already outplaced their seed by an upset factor of 2, if I believe. Worst they can get right now is 9th, and their seed was 24. So, a couple good upsets, pretty nice run. Sillintor, of course, going Belmont. We know that if Sillintor decides to, he can certainly get to grand finals. But again, he's tried doing this run using Belmont, so you can tell that he's practiced this character. It's like relatively well versed. But the matchup is gonna be more so in Joker's favor. Surprisingly aggressive moves for a Belmont. Obviously, Belmont's so good in that mid range. And Flying Arab finding a way to just weave in and out so far. Definitely looking like the more dominant player. Sillintor unable to get any of these setups done. Safety of Belmont down tilt can be obnoxious, you know. Ooh, a little mix up from Sillintor, but still really unable to do anything. Iha clanks with the cross. That took a second to process. And it took him a lot less than a second to go flying off the screen thanks to Flying Arab's Arsene back air, the old classic, old faithful kill tool. It's a nice lead to start with. PS2 obviously a very wide stage, very neutral stage too, but benefits the Belmonts in some ways. Now that Sillintor down, you can see a little bit more aggression coming out, needs to approach. Can't really deal with this mobility that Flying Arab, you know, has and is abusing pretty well in the down guns as well. Like the verticality of Joker is a bit difficult for Sillintor to deal with because all of your hitboxes are super narrow when you're playing Belmont. Okay, someone's got back air, still can't really get anything going, still looking for this first stock. That Arsene side B has been looking super strong so far. Out comes the back air again. And that right there is a deciding moment in this set because it goes from having the stocks potentially being even to Sillintor looking at 3 stocks down to 1. And this ledge trapping from Flying Arab has been really, really strong so far. Looking for something. Some kind of opening, some kind of kill option. You see the Fairs coming out, needs a back air ideally. But the abuse of down guns has been really, really strong from Flying Arab. And Sillintor has just been unable to really get that whip going. Ooh, just about living. Eventually the Holy Fire connects. Eventually. And, you know, Sillintor's not that far out. DC can confirm. And things will start to go a little bit better. Flying Arab unable to pummel enough. Still got clipped by the cross, but doing really well. Look at the movement as well. Just keep those guns just hovering over cross. Okay, trying to find an opening again. Sillintor still unable to get Flying Arab to just approach and get into that whip range. Ducking in and out really well. Did you see that clang? Oh, and that's it, yeah. Not yet. Oh, I love the B reverse though. Flying Arab takes it. Belmont's recovery just not really there, and no real options there either. And that was just kind of it. Oh, you think it's the problem is with Parsec? Okay, I do have RTX voice on, but I don't know if that's it. On Discord, okay. Ah, but they can hear me. I am talking to the invisible stream producer.
I preface things with, chat can't hear me, specifically to avoid that particular conversation. I was just giving you a heads up that was going to be changing. Hi, everybody, I'm here.
It's just an instinctive response.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
You're just like...
All right, going into game 2, it's going to be Belmont still. Give me just a moment.
All right. Kalos this time. Yeah, definitely Sillintor's pick. Just a stage that's a little bit wider. You've got less platforms to worry about. Well, actually, the stage is about the same height. I mean, the ceiling's a little bit lower, but in general, just the fact that it's way more flat is going to make it a lot easier for Belmonts to get the zoning going. But as I mentioned previously, it's very, like, horizontal. So you really don't want your opponent to have those platforms to kind of maneuver around cross and an F-tilt. Okay, it's a much better start for Sillintor this time around. Oh, beautiful stuff! But unable to close it out with the back air, and Sillintor gets the reversal. Oh, Sillintor is catching Holy Fire off of Iha, deliberately throwing it in there so that Holy Fire becomes a toss projectile. That's so smart. You see him adapting to the character and the matchup kind of live almost. Ooh, slide off tech. Okay. Just being super careful with each other now. FlyingArab has clawed their way back into this. Ooh. Very, very lucky to get away with that. Just perfect timing on those shields as well. So easy to get caught out of your initial dash because of just how laggy it is and it feels by Belmont Whip, but knew the range perfectly. Knew exactly when Sillintor was going to use it. Okay, Sillintor pushing for this kill now, needs it quick. Arsene on deck. FlyingArab looking to snowball. 78, 81, 87. Oh, and FlyingArab about to take the second stock, and Sillintor in a very similar position. The guns came in clutch just then. Ooh, looking for the axe snipe, but the durability just wasn't there. Lost it a little bit too short of the time. Sillintor unable to get the sweet spot on the F-tilt. Still looking for Holy Fire, still looking for F-tilt. So hard to get off ledge against the Belmont. FlyingArab just trying to chip away. Gets 3% with guns, and that's kind of it. Okay. Nice play from FlyingArab. Sillintor taking more and more chip damage. And it's just... You know, FlyingArab's shielding has been kind of on point. You can't obviously react to a lot of these projectiles, and definitely can't react to Whip. Especially online. So just has a really good knowledge of the timing, but Sillintor's starting to move a little bit more. Is that an SD? No. Not dead yet either. For Sillintor, it seems to be just struggling to kill. Obviously, Belmont does rely on Tippers to kill, and Sillintor not really used to having to space the way that Belmonts kind of do. Constantly hitting that south spot F tilt. So stale by now. Not yet. Just jumps over the axe. Waits out the first Holy Fire. That's it. Eventually it will catch you, and Sillintor's clawed this back to a last stock situation. Not be like game 1. Flying Arab getting a little bit impatient. Sillintor starting to play around these down guns. Just keeping Flying Arab at the ledge. That's where he's found most of his damage. So difficult to get off the ledge against Belmont. Misses the F slash and the following down tilt. And Sillintor could have clutched it out there. Sillintor is super committed to these Belmonts for this run, it seems. Maybe we'll see a switch if they end up going down to losers. The Arab's still unable to deal with it quite yet. Gets out just in time. And it's last hit now, almost in the back air. Still living. Now Flying Arab is tasked with getting off ledge against Belmont. Can't meet themselves up to it. And Sillintor finally hitting the tipper on that F tilt. Getting the spacing down. Clawing it back. We have a game 3 situation. And I expect a smaller stage pick. Or a very different stage pick. Maybe something a little bit less flat.
Alright, chat can hear me this time. Is the stream looking good for you, Jackie?
It is... Yeah, it looks good in the sense that, like, it's consistent,
okay,
but it's the resolution is pretty low.
Oh yeah, I made sure.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, no, you're sounding great now, and I don't hear any more audio issues, so we should be good going forward in the stream.
Sick. Ooh. In other news, it seems like Nines has stopped using Wii Fit secondary and is instead using Sora secondary.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. If they beat Keho, they are 1-1 right now. We will stream that game against Dread.
Okay.
So we might see some Sora in bracket.
Alright, well, here we go, game 3. Hello, chat.
Alright. And FD is a really interesting pick from Flying Arab. Oh, no jump. Yeah. Because, like, you'd think the platforms are, like, probably what helped the most. But yeah. I guess FD is just smaller than Kalos or PS2, so that's what makes it kind of useful. Sillintor, though, is just moving on Flying Arab right now. Oh, that... My face went neutral. Oh my god. Yeah, that's been something that Sillintor has had to struggle with. Is just the fact that, like, when cross clanks with something, it goes back the other way. One of the many reasons Belmont isn't considered that great, but Sillintor does not care. Sitting only at 57.
Oh, caught with the ledge trap with the Holy Fire.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot. That's the old classic. We're starting to see a lot more whip usage as well. Sillintor's like getting better at character as the set goes on. Oh, footstool. You know, footstool's underrated as a like as a get out of jail option. Footstool is kind of underrated.
To be honest, it's because it's almost impossible to go for on purpose. You can maybe get like a phantom footstool on purpose, but like the actual footstool,
right, yeah,
not so much.
It's pretty difficult, yeah.
If it happens, it's normally not intentional.
I've seen people hit footstool there intentionally at disadvantage, but that's because they're cracked. And the back air comes out. But that's something that like Richter could do maybe.
Alright, Brave guarding the axe. Look at all of the gauge that he got out of that.
That's like 50%, and the combo begins as well. 3 nairs coming out. Only needs to take a little bit more damage to get the second Arsene of the stock.
It's already here.
Okay. Sillintor again, just
oh my goodness.
Rage.
Rushing in on the guns and actually getting to the point where you get to like the muzzle hitbox.
So difficult, but Sillintor finally getting the kill with the up B. You could tell with the way that they were like trying to get in. That's what they were going for.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, just about lives. We've seen those guns take some mega early stocks this set.
Now, Sillintor seems to have been on top of that. They knew they needed to up B again right away.
Oh, the Arsene! The Arsene
Mid-air
invincibility
counter
frames saved them from the old Nair. Okay, but Sillintor with a comfortable lead now, looking again for some more setups. Flying Arabs just struggle to navigate this holy fire ledge.
All right.
Ooh. I love the way they use guns to just stall over cross. That's so smart. Okay, and again, just trying to use down guns to get out of jail free, but it's not working as well as it did in the beginning of the set. Sillintor starting to get used to it as a tool, starting to just hold shield, wait it out. Joker will eventually have to fall.
All right, that was a nice little drag down. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice drag down, but it was a misinput, and Flying Arab did not get the kill. Got the down tilt instead of the down smash, and that could be crucial soon.
Flying Arab waiting just enough. Sillintor stepped back. They were looking to punish a roll, and a roll just didn't come. Flying Arab, though, sitting at 151. Arsene is about to be offline.
Gonna have to make this comeback the old-fashioned way, it seems.
And up B had a shield, not gonna kill. We get the zoom in, but no kill. Oh, that axe!
That's disgusting.
That axe, though.
Just as Flying Arab was hitting the tether button. Alright. And Flying Arab's run of upsets has come to a close at the hands of Sillintor. Kind of as you'd expect. Maybe 3 is just a little bit too many, but Flying Arab does have a